Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Tuesday? Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a great week so far. I am Mrs. Pixel, and thank you for stopping in at my channel. We are going to continue working on our wishing tree and just chatting about things and stuff. So, let's go. Oh, that was not cool. All right. That over there. There we go. That's better. The top row is always like the hardest. I have to like stand up to like line up my stencil because it's just a little too far away. There we go. Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right. Caught on that thing. All right. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's good. We are just chilling here. It's very windy. Not necessarily cold, but definitely windy. And you just feel like you're going to get blown away out there. So it's not the funnest to be outside right now. But pretty much just chilling in the house. I have so much cleaning to do, but I'll get it done. I have to. I don't have a choice, you know? All right, let's do this. So, come on. That's a 6. So one of my canvases that I was waiting on wasn't supposed to be here till May. And lo and behold, shows up yesterday. But it was supposed to be the last one that got shipped. And now I'm waiting for just one more and no idea when it's supposed to come. But I may give you a sneak peek of the one that came yesterday because I was so excited to finally get it. We will definitely be doing it on this channel because, yeah, you'll see why. Oh, that is a 4. What am I doing? All right, we'll do it like this, and then we will just go ahead and go to our 2 and just do our 2s. So, I know there's not. Hello, Army Mike. How are you tonight? So we finally got our trailer for Deadpool. I was so ecstatic to see that. It looks so good. I just can't wait. Cannot wait to see that movie. What's new, Army Mike? How's the day treating you so far? Yes, just FYI, I added some new music to my list to kind of I don't know, give us a little bit of other stuff to throw in the mix. The new Deadpool Wolverine movie, the trailer dropped for it. I think yesterday. It it looks so good. I love Ryan Reynolds though. He's just too much. He's so funny. Oh, great. You got the paint all done. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to do mine. I'm just ready to change things around in the house, you know? I mean, it's so strange. Hello, Retro Game Arcade. It, it's amazing how you get a house and you say you're going to do all this stuff and it just kind of ends up sitting on the back burner for years and years. And before you know it, you're like, half my mortgage is paid off and I haven't done this yet. That's kind of where I feel about my bedroom. I'm so ready to, for us to get it painted and change out the window curtains and all that good stuff. and, and go to watch Deadpool. We'll pick in Paxel Discord. Oh my gosh. Fade away. Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black. Let's see. I don't know why I jumped this one. I need this one back. Memory remains. Yeah, I have so much cleaning to do because, you know, with my um, with my daughter leaving and all that stuff, we're trying to get some things done and have her go through some things so I know what to do with them. And she's about halfway done, but it's kind of a mess right now around the house trying to get it all sorted and situated, and because obviously she's not going to need it for a while, if at all, depending on where she ends up. Oh. And she cut her long hair today in preparation because her hair was just too long. It wouldn't fit in the regulation hair. Um, like I guess the girls can wear their hair in buns, but it was still too long. She's got very long, thick hair. So she went and cut that, and she donated her hair to, I believe it was Wigs for Kids, which I thought was awesome. I think she donated about 18 inches of hair. I mean, she could sit on her hair. So somewhere out there, some little girl is going to get a beautiful wig of blonde hair. Natural blonde hair, mind you. So that's always cool to think about. My other one is not feeling well. This up-down weather and all the pollen and stuff in the air, it's just wreaking havoc on her sinuses and her asthma. She actually hasn't had a bad asthma flare up in a long time, but it seems like we're heading that direction. She has really bad coughing asthma, and she's been coughing a lot, and I hate when she coughs like this. So you don't know if she's going to stop. We had a situation when she was like in 4th grade, and just something kept throwing her asthma into like high gear, and we wound up so many times in the hospital just because she was coughing so badly she couldn't catch her breath. And it was pretty crazy. And now obviously she's a lot older, and we thought she kind of grew out of it, but I don't know. I mean, she might have grown out of it some. Things are just probably just that irritating right now. So I feel bad because she's just kind of miserable. There's not really much she can do about it. She takes her, her medications, and I mean, hello, Paper Paws and Whiskers. How are you? So yeah, hopefully everything will start calming down, and maybe her asthma will calm down a little bit too, because that's the last thing I need. I'm okay. We are, just working on this project. I was saying about how one of my canvases that I was really excited about wasn't supposed to come in until like the 2nd week of May, and it came in yesterday. I was so excited. So I was like, wow. What's new with you? How are you? Want to build a snowman? Yes, but I can't. Right? Ah. All right. Maybe I will start it from the top down this time instead of the other way like I did last time, because that was a pain. And I'm getting better with this 10 placer, but I'm not perfect at it yet. But when you've got large chunks like this, I just want to get through them. Just got back from work, about to start cooking. Oh, what are you cooking good? Yeah, don't you hate that? You come home from work and you gotta figure out dinner. The never ending question as to what to make for dinner. I know some people make like menus for the whole week for what they're gonna make. I can't do that. I change my mind too much about things. Oh, okay. I will definitely take a look at his Discord. He made bison chili. I'm going to make chili this week too. For my daughter requested it before she leaves. It's one of 3 meals she requested this week. I made one of the meals she wanted tonight, which is like one of the simplest meals ever. And then she wants some, we call it taco chicken. Um, Basically it's tacos made with chicken instead of um, ground beef, but you cook it in a crock pot all day. I'm making Korean barbecue. Hopefully it comes out good. Costco has never let me down before. Well, that sounds good. I can't eat most of that stuff. The Asian stuff, all the soy sauce. I'm very badly allergic to soy. But so I was not aware of this until I was actually in the grocery store looking for ingredients to make tacos. That there is a lettuce shortage again this year. Like most of my stores did not have lettuce. And the ones that did have them, they had like the little tiny heads, like maybe that big, and wanted like 250 for them. And they were half rotting already. I'm like, what's going on? I had to look it up. And sure enough, they said because of weather that there was a lettuce shortage. Taco Tuesday, huh? Well, actually, it's gonna be Taco Wednesday tomorrow. Hello, Arturo DK. We we had something else tonight, but it'll be Taco Wednesday tomorrow. I didn't know either. I just know that every time I've been going to the store lately, I could not find heads of lettuce. And it's like there wasn't even a section for them. So I looked it up thinking, oh, maybe I'm just crazy. And no, sure enough, there is an actual iceberg lettuce shortage. I'm like, great. And, right before summer, which is when you tend to, eat more salads and stuff with lettuce, because it gets hot and you want something on the cooler side. Like we eat a lot more salads in the summer than we do during the winter months. It's not one thing, it's another, We're always short. We've got a shortage of this, shortage of that. This went up in price. That one, ugh, just crazy. So I did find some of the bags of shredded lettuce. I don't really care for those as much, but it was better than no lettuce. You can't have a taco with no lettuce. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. So I got some of that, and I'll be making the tacos tomorrow. Then, um, yeah, it's just something we like. Um, I don't know if any of you guys ever made it. We just kind of take like 4 chicken breasts and mix a jar of salsa with 2 packs of taco seasoning, pour it on top, and put it in the slow cooker for, you can put it on high for about 4 hours, or you can put it on low for, the 6 to 8, and shred it up, and voila. It reminds me a lot of, here you go, I'm showing my age again, of if any of you ever ate at Chili's at Chi-Chi's back in the day. It kind of tastes like their chicken tacos did. I've been having thoughts of traveling to Mexico just for the food tourism. I don't blame you there. I mean, I did say Chi-Chi's. I said Chili's, and I said I meant Chi-Chi's. Um, that was a staple of high school. Everybody went to Chi-Chi's. But yeah, so I'll be making that tomorrow, and then she wants chili before she leaves too. So those are her her picks. Oh my goodness. I'm about to go switch to my other one. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over the 10. I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but how many? Did you guys all see the the new Deadpool trailer? I think it looks so good. I'm excited. Yeah, doesn't it? It's like I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it. So I'm like, but I want to say stuff about it. Like, I have questions was the first thing I said after I saw it. I looked at Unbreakable and said, I have questions. But I mean, I don't think you're going to get any of those answers until you actually watch the movie. But oh, no doubt. Yeah. And those two have a bromance like there's no tomorrow. I mean, they just have that perfect chemistry. I mean, they work so well together. But honestly, until um, The Greatest Showman came out, I had no idea how well Hugh Jackman can sing. I knew he did stage stuff, but yeah, I had no idea his voice was so incredible. That's another good one. I love that movie. It's probably one of my favorite newer musicals, I guess you would say. I don't know if you can call it a musical, but I guess I don't know what we're calling most some of this stuff now. They are like musicals, but not quite musicals. I'm gonna put in the category musical. Oh, The Greatest Showman. Because we seem to be getting a lot of those type things now, musicals, like newer musicals. I forgot about him singing in that. I think because I never watched his version all the way through. I watched a different one with no singing at all in it that they had made into a movie, and I believe it had um oh, I can see his face. I know, I miss Chi Chi's too. Ugh, so good. What the heck was his name? I have to look it up. I believe it was Liam Neeson. I believe he did a version of Les Mis. Like, I want to say yes, but I would have been like a really long time ago, and it was not the musical version. I can't remember though. Oh, he did? Okay. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that's an older movie, but I remember seeing that one all the way through, but I didn't watch, I think, the newer one. There's one in Vienna, Austria. Well, heck, let's go. I miss Chi-Chi's, man. I'm telling you, we were there like every day. They probably lost money on the fact that only one of us would order an extra meal and the rest of us would just eat all the free chips and salsa. I like that book, so I watched every movie about it. I don't think I've ever read the book either. It's one of those ones that's on my list, along with all the other books that I don't get around to reading. So the one in Vienna, Austria is The Last Chi-Chis in the World. Dang, if that's true, that stinks. Wow. I'm surprised there's even one or two of them even left. It's been so long. No, it was more of a like a sit down place. It was more of a sit down restaurant, like I want to say kind of like Chili's or Applebee's or something like that. They had a they had a nice bar usually, and oh right. The chain also once operated in the United States and Canada, but exited those countries in 2004 and closed their German and Belgium locations in 2022. Huh. Yeah, I know ours disappeared a long time ago. After, I don't know, some kind of salmonella outbreak. It's just like anything, they all come and go, you know? You love this song? How can I even not like this song? It was all Mexican food that they served. They had really great fried ice cream, and that used to be like the staple. I'd go get my chicken tacos and hello RGA Shane, how are you? Yeah, I'd go get my chicken tacos and my fried ice cream. And occasionally a daiquiri or two. Forget about me. Don't you. So, I have to ask him. I can't remember the name, but I usually can't do the VR because I get like motion sickness and stuff like that. But we have one. And Unbreakable set this game up for me the other day. He's like, "You have to try it. It won't make you sick, I promise." So, reluctantly, I did. And it was actually pretty fun. I kind of have to ask him what the name of it was. It's like one of those music games, but you know, that's right up my alley because I like music. Yes, that's it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. My biggest problem is that I put off a lot of heat, and I wear glasses when I have to look far away. Like when I do diamond art, I don't need them, but like far away stuff, I need them. Um, I got to find a way to keep my glasses from fogging up because they're fogging up all the time. So I can't play for very long on that, but it was fun. And it did not make me sick, which was the best part. In November 2003, a month after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Chi-Chi's was hit with the largest hepatitis A outbreak in American history. with at least 4 deaths and 660 other victims of illness in the Pittsburgh area, including high school students who caught the disease from the original victims. Wow. I remember some of that going on, but I didn't remember that that big of it. All right, let's see here. So you guys can see me pull this off here. I just remember that, yeah, there was a big outbreak of something that people got sick real bad, and then all the stores, all the restaurants shut down after that. There's a lot of places that come and go. It's sad. I realized this song was in the Breakfast Club because of you guys. Really? You didn't know that? My youngest, well, my youngest and my oldest, they both, they all like Pitch Perfect. So, oh, you never watched the movie? Gotcha. That would explain why you didn't know that. Um, yeah. So they loved when they included this song on in that movie. You walk on by. I wouldn't say that the Breakfast Club was my all-time favorite, like, of that generation's 80s movies. Um, it wasn't it wasn't bad. It was pretty good, but it wasn't like the all-time one. I was more of a I liked like Pretty in Pink better. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's got a bunch of popular people in it. And I mean it feels so 80s, but it's a good 80s. I actually ran across some popped on my Instagram feed today, um some old 80s um Barbie commercials, which cracked me up. So I was like laughing about that. I said they must have been hearing us talk a lot about the 80s from all the candy that we got from the candy store when we were talking about, you know, we haven't seen these since the 80s. Oh yeah, 80s was fantastic for movies. I mean, um what was it? It was the John Hughes era, which he put out some of the best 80s movies ever. Let's see. Five. Most movies were good horror, over the top action, or silly comedy. Yeah, yeah, they were. And you have to throw a lot of the little teen romance in there too. Because there was a lot more teen romance movies back then. Bigger like, 16 Candles and stuff like that. Once again, most of them having Molly Ringwald in them. But there was other good ones too. Like I loved all the Police Academy movies. Yes, Sweet 16. I liked all the Police Academy movies, and what were some of the other ones that we watched that I loved? Um, I mean, I know there's a lot of individual movies. you know, like the Goonies and stuff like that. But I was trying to think of like ones with multiple, more of a franchise type. But right? Oh, I know. He was so good at that. Okay, I think these are as straight as they're gonna get. These ones are shifting a lot this time around. I don't know why. I don't like it. Doesn't look bad though. Oh, The Neverending Story. Oh, that was a traumatizing movie for us kids. All right, let's see. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to divide this up. I think what I'm going to do is put like a big line here and do it the center and see, instead of measuring it all the way down. I think that's what I'm going to do for right now. I know, I cried at that movie too, for like multiple reasons. And then I still, to this day, I'm like, okay, so what was his mom's name? So what did they name? What was the name that he gave her? I know, I guess we're not supposed to know, but I'm like, come on. All this for a name? All right. Ooh, that one did not. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut this here. You. Come on. I don't think I'm going to put this all the way down. I'm going to fold it like halfway. All right. There we go. What were some other really great 80s movies? I mean, I guess you could really honestly list forever because there were tons, depending on what you liked, obviously. It's amazing how many of them they've remade too. Thank goodness some of them have not gotten that. Although I will say I have enjoyed the whole Karate Kid comeback type deal that they've done with Cobra Kai, the TV show Cobra Kai. They've done that well. Sometimes, though, when they try to re-bring things back, they just knew. But that's good. I really liked that show. And I think the new season will be, or the final season is coming out. But I know they're making another Karate Kid movie, and it's supposed to be. It is a really good show. They did a really good job referencing and cross-referencing. I mean, even doing, yeah, yeah, that's true too. And they did the same thing. They did a lot of referencing and even flashbacks to the actual original movie, which I think really helps. And from what I understand, they're making a new Karate Kid movie too, only this one is going to be with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. So we'll see how that turns out. I always liked the Karate Kid movies. I just thought they were good. But I honestly did not expect Top Gun to the new Top Gun to be bad, because I don't think that I don't see Tom Cruise doing anything in script he doesn't like. Well, that guy, I cannot believe half the stuff he does. I can't believe he does all those stunts himself. Like, no, thank you. So complicated. So... I was trying to think of something else. It just seems like there's a lot of repeats, like things from the 80s that are slowly making their way back in different manners. Don't even play this game with me. I love how I didn't know Val Kilmer was very sick. I love how they used that for his role in the movie. Yeah, I mean, I think he's been sick for like a really long time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something like throat cancer of some kind. We're gonna lift this up for a second. It seems that I missed a piece of plastic that it ripped. Love how they used that for his role in the movie. Yeah, it was. I thought that was like a really great way to, really great tribute to him per se, you know. Yeah, I did miss this whole section. I hate when that happens. Sometimes I do a really good job, sometimes I don't. All right, we're going to move you up there. There we go. See? My favorite, though, Val Kilmer movie is an 80s movie. The one, Real Genius. I loved that movie. I thought it was hysterical. He was like this, they were like this major brainiacs, but they really weren't that smart. And they made this laser for the government, not even realizing what they were doing. They just wanted to pass their exams. I thought that was a great movie because he was so funny in it. But that was like ages ago, Val Kilmer. That was pre-Batman, Val Kilmer. Ah, I don't remember that one, but he was Batman and Jim Morrison. Yes, I remember that. The Doors, the movie he was in that. Yeah, this one was really good. If you ever can come across it, you should try watching it because it was really funny. I think that's why though, because he's been sick and stuff like that. Um, I knew that he wouldn't have reprised his role in when they brought the Willow TV series in. I think Disney had it, and I was like, it's just not going to be the same without him, and there's no way he was going to be in it. So I didn't even try. I didn't even bother watching it. I don't know if it was any good or not because it got canceled pretty quickly from what I could tell. I mean, originally when the actual movie Willow came out, it was good, but crazy. I'm in the old movies. Tried so hard and got so far. In the end, doesn't even matter. I had to fall and lose it all. Did I pull this back far enough? This is what happens when you don't measure. There we go. Honestly, I'm trying to remember who else was in that movie. I think a lot of people that just kind of were, it was their one movie and that was it. The Real Genius movie. I don't really recall too many people in it except the professor. He was in Ghostbusters. He was what was that, Walter Peck? That guy. He was in it. Yeah, he was a prick in that movie too. So. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I dug into some of my candy last night that we got from the candy store. So good. I spent way too much up there though. It's so easy to do because you see things that you haven't seen in forever and you're like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Next thing you know, you're like, wow, what did I spend? I need to bring back the watch a movie a week habit. I'm far behind. Yeah, I know what you mean. We go through phases. Sometimes we're into wanting to watch movies. Other times we'd rather watch TV shows. Other times we'd rather watch like more animated stuff. It just depends. And then there's shows that he'll watch that he likes, and then shows that I'll watch that I like. And so we'll trade off and on. Because obviously there's, things I like that he doesn't like, and, vice versa. Now, it's a great feeling when you watched a movie you had in the backlog, realizing it was pretty good and waiting to talk about it. I was on a roll during COVID. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know exactly what you mean about that. Yeah, we have a backlog too. And they keep coming out with more movies, so it's like we got to get around to this at some point, but we just haven't. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on that 911 show. I watched it this week and I'm like, okay, I mean, they're just beyond stretching at this point. I can't even. And I think that next week they're gonna pull some kind of the hangover type reference, because it's the wedding of one of the characters. The movie that gave me the most tears, not sure if it's tears, but that anxious feeling like I wanted to cry. Which movie was that? Did I miss it? I think I'm more into watching my uh, On Patrol Live show. At least the stupidness is because people are just dumb and not writers. I watched Requiem for a Dream. I felt heavy chest, anxious. It was an odd feeling. I felt, yeah, some movies will do that to you. They'll pull right at your heartstrings. I can't even tell you how many movies I've cried at. I think a big one for me, and I'm sure some other people, um was the Robin Williams movie of what dreams may come. That movie was so heavy. It was so I don't even know. It was such a good movie though. They had that music during the final scenes that was pulling my heartstrings bad. I've heard that song after and it gives me the same feeling. Yeah, it's amazing how music will and make you influence your feelings and make you remember those feelings. Music can definitely be a trigger for memories. I was trying to think of. I cry at a lot of movies, so. Final scene for Requiem for a Dream was tough, but the song at the end was devious work. I I think I saw that. I can't remember. I don't know. So I'm not sure which song it is. Oh, son of a gun. Really? Waiting for the end to come. Come on. All right, let's see here. Let's try that again. Take two. Fast and Furious. At the time, yeah, Fast and Furious was. I still get emotional watching that because that was rough. I love those movies. Yeah, exactly. It was related to real life. Yeah, same with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Exactly. Like those kinds of movies just that are grounded with some, real reality just kind of yeah, they really do kind of pull at your heart big time. I'm a sap. I cry at a lot of movies. After the second one, they decided to do whatever. Oh, I loved all of them. I mean, are they far fetched? Absolutely. Are they still good? Absolutely. I mean, you just gotta think of it as not being real. Yeah, I've watched those movies. I don't even know how many times. F F physics human. Yeah, we'll give it to you for that. I think it was more the tribute that they did to Paul Walker's character. Holding on to what I haven't got. Do I see any more fives? No, I don't think so. We'll jump to six. I mean, yeah. I mean, we enjoy Marvel and Star Wars movies, not exactly grounded in reality either. No, that is true. Yeah, I don't always want reality. I think it's fun to escape into a fantasy world. Has the Star Wars original trilogy or bust? Hello, Herminator. How are you? I mean, you can't, yeah, the original trilogy will always be the better. You're fantastic. Well, that's fantastic to hear. Did you enjoy our little candy haul? Because I'm trying to figure out where to put it all now. Because I don't know where to put it all, where to store it. There's just way too much. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun too. We had a good time. And there's just some things you have to get while you're up there. I think we get them every time we go up there because you can't find them. You know, Unbreakable likes the candy cigarettes, and I like my Zots, and I can't find them anywhere else. So I make sure I grab a bunch when I'm there to last me a little while. I was at a cheese castle, yes, a cheese castle today, and they had a whole room of old school candy like that, and I instantly thought of your guys' stash. Yeah, I mean, it is really crazy how big that place is. I mean, yeah, there's a ton, so much candy there. Although it did look like some of the areas where they had like they used to have a lot more of the funky beverages, but it seemed a little thin, like they were a little sold out. But you could also buy, well, they didn't really have any at that time except for I think Sprite, but um you could get, your regular sodas in the glass bottles instead of in the plastic ones, which is cool because most of uh, all the beverages they sell come in glass bottles, not plastic. So they have like the little 4-pack carrier that um, you can mix and match, kind of like how some stores do with like different wine coolers and stuff like that. You can mix and match flavors, and then they just charge you for the 4-pack. Um, Once you fill it up, that's pretty much the way um, they did that. Um, I think we had Dr. Pepper bottles at one point, but they didn't have any Dr. Pepper this time. I was a little bummed. We found Sprite and some Vernon's and I think Fanta, but then they have all the crazy stuff too. Nice. There's a place up this way called Grandpa's Cheese Barn. I think I've been there too, like with my 8th grade class. I went to Mars Cheese Castle. I'm digging these cheese places. Grandpa's Cheese Barn sounds like a good one with the retro labels too. I want some old school Mountain Dew bottles with the old labels. You love your dew. Oh yeah, we did Mountain Dew in the past with the white label and character. Yep. I think, like I said, I just think that section was picked over pretty good when we were there. because I don't think he got pictures of it, but like they had the Duff beer in the Duff beer cans, and they had, what was the other one that we thought was interesting? Oh, they had something from Rick and Morty that was there, and I can't remember what it was. Um, I don't know. We were just randomly all looking at different things. You fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into. I thought there was a lot more sevens than there is. That's, yeah, they have Future on the, yeah, the Slurm too. Yeah, it's kind of fun though. It was a good time. I'm glad we got to go on a little family adventure, since it'll be a while before we have another one. I try not to get too I think I'm doing better with it, with everything that's going on. I think I'm getting better with it. I think I will probably have one more good cry when she leaves, and then hopefully be better. But you know, it's been it's just taken a little bit to get used to. So let's see. This is C. Let it be. You will see somebody else. Tell me. Yeah, I realized the other day after our trip that I didn't have any Avril Lavigne on my list. I'm like, I need to add some of that. But all I could ever think of when I listening to Avril, when I listen to her music and stuff like that, it's like, do any of you guys believe that? Like, why that so-called story that she was like replaced with somebody else, with that conspiracy theory? I laugh when I hear this and think about how she gets called a punk queen. I just think about that conspiracy theory. I'm like, could they do that? Did they do that? Maybe. Like, weird. Because they talk about how this song was my guilty pleasure back in the day. Well, it just makes me think that, you know, supposedly they did it with Paul McCartney, so the whole the original singer died and they replaced them with somebody else that looks and sounds like them. I'm like, I don't know. I I guess to me is that I do feel like she looked different compared to when she first started out, but she also was a lot younger and she grew up. So I don't know. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, did they really replace her with somebody else? I mean, like, I don't put anything past anybody. You buried Paul? I think my youngest is somewhat convinced. She said there's too many things on the albums that say, that talk about it. Like, I don't know. Shoot. Yeah, part of the McCartney conspiracy. Yeah, they got one for Avril Lavigne too. Yeah, she has all those albums, so she listens to all of that. She's a huge Beatles fan. Yeah, it's not terribly common to find high school kids with Beatles albums that they actually listen to, and then I mean their albums as in on record, not not on CD, not on their phones. Ringo said cranberry sauce at the end of Strawberry Fields, and people thought he said I buried Paul. Yeah, everybody likes a good conspiracy theory, though. Honestly. Did he come out? Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy a good conspiracy theory as long as it's not terribly political. I'm not real big into political stuff. I remember the conspiracy around Kurt Cobain and the song Come As You Are. I swear I don't have a gun. Yeah, I remember that one too. You're a huge Beatles fan. Yeah, in the cover of Abbey Road, Paul is the only one with his left foot forward, so they thought it meant he was dead. Well, is doesn't he the only one that doesn't have shoes on too, or something like that? I can't remember all of what she said. That's a fun that okay, he does. Okay, I thought so. That is kind of a fun conspiracy theory though. And how many of you guys like um know about or heard of the Mandela effect? That one's freaky. Cause yeah, there we more too with Paul. It was crazy. The one that Tupac is living in Cuba, right? Yeah, well, honestly, he came out with a lot more music after he was gone. So, like, did he have that much saved in a recording studio? Which, I mean, he could. He could have. I mean, I'm not going to say he couldn't have, but it was just kind of funny. Let's see. I don't think I see any more Fs. I probably missed some, like I always do. Have people finally gave up on Elvis being alive? I think so. I feel like they have. You don't hear too much talk about Elvis being alive anymore. Um, Heck, they are still releasing Beatles songs, so I can believe Tupac had a ton of unreleased music. Hendrix too. Yeah, I don't doubt that they had a ton. I think the timing is what made everybody say what. Because I know that Linkin Park is still releasing songs, but they said they have so much footage that so much stuff that they haven't used that they're trying to rework it, and that's why they have released a couple songs. I honestly am surprised that we didn't hear like like music or anything like that after um unreleased music after Michael Jackson died, because seriously, you would have thought that he might have had a bunch of stuff. I saw an interview about Tupac. They said he held people in the studio and rushed them to write their verses faster. Man was done in 30 minutes and was ready for another song. Jeez. That's crazy. Yeah, that's fast, and that's fast for anybody to try and write lyrics to a song. No wonder why half of them don't make sense. Okay, I think this one needs some more. It's almost time to get out a new piece of wax. I understand some of the songs from MJ posthumous album Escape had a ton of unfinished songs or songs that he didn't like enough to be released. Gotcha. That was a very screwed up thing that happened with him, though. I mean, you know, a doctor putting him basically under anesthesia just so he can sleep. You don't sleep when you're under anesthesia. It's not restful sleep. It's just crazy. Yeah, honestly, you don't really hear about too many people saying people are alive when they supposedly died and anymore. Also, a lot of people mistakenly credit him for some called Somebody's Watching Me. He only did the back vocals as a favor. Oh. Hmm. I don't think I knew that. The ice cream truck is outside. Are you going to go get some ice cream? That's how you know it's getting to be summer. The ice cream truck comes out. It's always the best part of being a kid. When you heard the ice cream truck. To rush in the house, go grab money, rush to catch up with the truck. Did any of you guys see the new Trolls movie? It's amazing. I used to listen to the song secretly. This is probably my favorite NSYNC song. I mean, it's catchy. How can you not, you know? Once you're gone, I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. You know how people would make fun of you as a man? No, they wouldn't. They would not. Right? Fragilist. They say NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney, Avril Lavigne. Yeah. But they're still good. I mean, you. Where am I going with this? Tell you that I had enough. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Bye bye bye. Late 90s, early 2000s pop is, yes, definitely. It is, though. I mean, the early 2000s emo stuff was good too. Yeah, I'll give you that. Definitely. My youngest is all emo. But she still listens to I don't want to say a variety of music, but yeah, I guess so. She has her preferred. Yeah, My Chemical Romance. Listen to a lot of different music at that point. I think that was the only time, like late 90s, early 2000s, was that I got in, even begin to like country music in the slightest. Because there were so many good like crossover country music, country songs around that time. And but as a general rule, I don't usually listen to country. Yeah, there were some really good ones at that time. Yeah, she loves Panic at the Disco. I don't know if you've seen Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat and his emo style. That would be me if I decided to go emo. I have not. My daughter's definitely emo. There's not a day that goes by that she does not have some form of fishnets on and some always black, always black. The style wasn't my thing. Oh, there's a lot of H's in here. I did not realize. I thought there was only going to be like one or two, and there's a bunch of them. Every time I look, I see another one. Wish that you would just leave. Your presence still lingers here. And it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. That time cannot erase. I love Evanescence. I think Jimmy likes to troll the NBA media. The first media day for the NBA, they take the players' pictures they will use for the whole season, and just for that day, he shows up with an odd style. You know, it's very possible because you would always remember that. I remember last year he showed up with fake dreadlocks, and this year he shows up with an emo style with eyeliner and piercings. Yeah, my daughter's got those too. But they would be able to remember him very easily. Be like, it was the guy with all the piercings if you couldn't remember the name. My once pleasant dreams, no voice it chased away. All vicinity. I remember last year he showed up with fake dreadlocks, and this year yeah, okay, that's the same one. And time cannot erase. And I have gone through all of these years. Come on, come on, come on. Funny thing, in game he's with a regular style, but every time the show shows the stats on TV with his pick, everybody like, who's this guy? Yeah, be like, who this? That is kind of funny though. Be like, no, that's not him. That's not who we're talking about. Be like, yes, it is. No, it's not. Definitely a conversation starter. Amy Lee is so beautiful in that voice. Oh, right? I love her voice. She's just, yeah, she really is. I was so happy when I first heard her songs because I was like, yes, finally. It's like girls who can sing like, you know, rock and, like more of a heavier song, I don't say heavy metal fully, but it was so nice. See, to hear a girl sing one. So I always felt like an imposter when I would try to sing something like like Metallica or something like that. It's like, oh, you'll never be able to sing that because that's, a guy's song per se. So it was nice to hear finally get some girls into that genre. And she has a higher voice. The majority of singers out there are mostly altos. She is clearly a soprano. So it's nice to hear the higher notes and everything like that. So I remember falling in love with Evanescence the very first time I saw and heard her video. And I was like, that's it. I was hooked. She said recently the Bring Me to Life song didn't have a feature when she wrote it. The band was forced to feature the rap part. Yeah, that makes sense. It kind of seems like it didn't quite fit in there. It's not bad, but it didn't seem like it was part of the original song. I wonder which version she... Yeah, there's a version of that one without it. And there's a version of... That's like there's two versions of... was it My Immortal too? Because there's like the rock version, and then there's the just instrumental type thing. Where it doesn't get real heavy with the guitars and drums. I become so numb, I can't feel you there. I become so tired, so much more aware. You think she hates it? It's possible. But like when you're first starting out, you kind of just do what you're told. Unfortunately, I put these in the wrong letter. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I put the L's in the end spot, so because I forgot which letter I was doing. Because I'm dumb. And all the joy. All right. Put those in the right spot. I don't know what I was thinking. She didn't say it like that, but her face said the truth. Right. Yeah, you gotta think of all the restrictions they must be under, things they can and can't say. I don't know. I don't know if I would ever want to be famous. Like, I just think... I don't think... No, I don't think so. I wouldn't want to be at that celebrity status. Like, I feel bad for some of them. They can't go anywhere without being stalked by somebody. And that's kind of scary too. I've listened the original version, but I can't stop listening the male vocals on my brain. Yeah, I know. I think that's the one that's just kind of ingrained in my mind too. I don't think I could not picture that like it would sound wrong to me if I didn't hear the male vocals now. Was born ready still. I won't quit, not backing down. I was born ready. I saw a video today of someone harassing Alec Baldwin. That's annoying as hell. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. And like yes, they get paid a lot. Yes, they make, for pretending to be somebody else. I get it, but I don't know. I think you're really trading most of your privacy and your actual life for fame, and it's just not always what it's cracked up to be. So I don't know if I would want to do it. I mean, some people do it very gracefully. From what I understand, like, from what I heard, like, Keanu Reeves is like one of the nicest people you could ever meet. The person called him a killer and then begged him to say, "Free Palestine, and I will leave you alone." He refused, so she kept calling him a killer. LOL. So weird. Not getting political in the chat, though, just in case. Right. I mean, it is really annoying, but yeah. Yeah, not getting political, but I mean, from his standpoint, how annoying. Sometimes they just want a coffee or something. They've got everybody up in their face. It's like, leave me alone. See, and I don't know if it would be worse if you were famous to have people like constantly coming up to you, or people just like staring at you but not saying anything to you. Like, which is more annoying? Like the people that are nice, that come up to you and say, "Hey, could I, get your autograph or take your picture?" Or the people that just kind of from far away shyly take pictures of you from a distance. Like, which one is more annoying? Because I think that the second one would be more annoying than somebody coming up and asking me if, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" Do you know what I mean? I read something like that with Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, I believe it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I just think people like lingering and secretly filming me would bother me a lot more than somebody coming up and asking if they could have a picture or an autograph. That's just me. Let me see. I will copy and paste the text. Hold on. This is what the guy said. One time I saw Samuel L. Jackson at an airport, and he saw me and my cousin hovering around trying to gain the courage to ask him for a photo. And then he came over to us and said, y'all motherfuckers want a photo. Well, I mean, okay. Well, because he knew they were doing it. That's annoying. So he just like, come on, let's get this over with. Don't worry about the profanity type deal. It's okay. Yeah. Anyway, it was a quote. Hello, Miss Kitty 143. How are you? That is funny though. He would be somebody interesting to meet though. Definitely. Like I don't even know what kind of stuff would he could end up saying to you, and I'm sure it would be funny. Y'all read it with the same yeah, of course we did. How can you not? How can you not hear his voice in your head? My goodness. Oh my. Wow. Oh my goodness. That just. Oh, that was a good laugh. Oh, wow. Also, he being the only Jedi with a purple lightsaber. Yeah, I love that. I want a purple one. If I had to pick a color, obviously, I would totally go for a purple one. Because, obviously, purple is one of my favorite colors. I always thought that was cool that he had a purple lightsaber. George Lucas was like, there are no purples in Star Wars. Why not? They come from a crystal. There's purple crystals. Why not? I mean, we got the black one. The black... Was it the black saber? Is that what it is? Dark saber. The dark saber. He kept asking, and George sucked his teeth and was like, all right, man, you got it. Yeah, and you're right. He is the only one. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Lenses. Okay. Oh my. I think the purple would be great to have them. I wonder if that's like the number one fictional weapon that people want is the lightsaber. I don't know what I mean. I like a lightsaber and all that. I don't know if that would be my number one. Yeah, way too dangerous. Um, you know what? Honestly, I'll stick with the. I'll go with the sonic screwdriver. That's what I'd go with. Because it's not as dangerous. And that's only a reference for those of you who know who went, you know, or watch Doctor Who. But I love Doctor Who, so yeah, that's the one from Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I am a huge Whovian. It is definitely one of my all-time favorite television shows, and I can't wait till it comes back in May. Uh, and it will be on Disney. So we'll see, because I'm used to it being on BBC, but now Disney owns it. I hope it's still okay. The lightsaber is way too badass. You touch it and there are no or nothing. You're gone. That is true. Very true. But at least if you lose a limb, you're not going to bleed out. You know, that sucker's going to cauterize it just as fast as you get cut with it. Yeah. Yeah, I've loved all the Doctor Who's so far. I mean, I have some seasons I like better than other seasons. Um, which they go more by which generation Doctor you like. Um, I'm a huge David Tennant fan, so obviously I liked 10, and well, he was briefly 14 too, so I that's where that confusion comes in. But although Matt Smith did a really good job as 11, they're just each one has their own personality, so they're different. Um, Peter Capaldi wasn't bad either. Um, I can't even say the guy's name of who's the new Doctor because I'm not sure how to say how to say it. Um, but he seems hysterical from the one episode that the Christmas special they released. To bury the castle. You like my little Snoopies? And give me a second here, and I want to get something out to show you guys in just a second here. Let me just finish these few. I aren't they nice? We took some time trying to find some really nice, good ones that would be fun. Yeah, I have some specialty ones, and I'm going to change them out from time to time. But hang on. Let me give you guys a little sneak peek of my newest canvas that came, because I got so excited. Now, this is very different for me too. It's more of a cloth canvas than like that kind of canvas, but look at how cute this is. It's a stained glass window of Snoopy and Woodstock, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to do this, because I don't have any Snoopy ones. So I saw this one, I was like, I just loved it. So guess what? I had to get it. Right? It's so cute. So that is one of our future projects. And it's very different. Like I said, I'm not used to these cloth type canvases. So that's different for me. And this one comes with, which is something different too for me, is it comes with, I don't think you're going to be able to tell on this, maybe. Let's see. You see the sparkle on the drills? It has AB drills. And I actually have not done, one with AB drills yet. So this is really going to be fun. So yeah, that was one of the ones I was waiting for that came. It wasn't supposed to come until like second week of May, and it came early. I saw you got a box of my channel points from the candy store. Oh, we got so much stuff from that candy store. It's just crazy. I know I keep talking about it, but it was a lot of fun, and we did really get a lot. You can go. It's supposed to be a stained glass window. Yeah. Oh, it was. Me too. I love the stained glass windows. I have another one coming, and then that's it. I am cut off. Yeah, the store was really awesome. I'm sure you went on, yeah, the largest candy store in the US. I know Unbreakable posted a bunch of pictures of it on his Discord. So if you guys want to check out some pictures, you can go to his Discord to do that. And he will put his Discord in, so you can do that. You can see our haul, and then some of the pictures he took of the stuff, you know, the shelves and different things. You have the largest liquor store. Well, that's a trade-off, right? Sugar or alcohol? Both have their merits. Oh, you are being such a pain tonight. Someone bought a KB toy store and turned it into a booze store. Oh, okay. Our KB's toy stores around here were always rather on the smaller side. They took our Toys R Us store and turned it into a grocery store, which is weird. They like split it up, and it's half a grocery store and the other half is like Harbor Freight. So there we go. Whew. Wait, it might have been a Toys R Us. I think it was a Toys R Us now that I think about it. Yeah, I thought KB Toys were more of the smaller ones that were like in. Well, ours was in the mall, so it wasn't real big. The Toys R Us were the independent one toy stores for us around here. It's a beautiful life. I just knocked over all my trash. You didn't. I'm glad you guys didn't see that. It's all over the floor. Yeah, it was like a mall shop. Yeah, Toys R Us had their own building. Let's see here. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, if you ever get a chance to go up there and check it out, it's cool. I think I'm gonna skip a line. I hate when it doesn't line up the way I want it to. The Queen on the Throne. Yeah. Well, at least they're finding uses for those old buildings. I hate when buildings sit there and collect dust and just slowly wither away. It's so sad watching buildings just deteriorate over time. It's like, is there not anything you can do with any of these? What do you mean? Oh, the trash falling over? Well, you know. I'm a little clumsy. What can you do, right? Oh, the dying building. You know, sometimes I feel that way too, especially after last week. Just still can't get over it. That was that was not fun. I mean, I'm glad we got it fixed, but it was not fun. So, for those of you who don't know or don't follow Unbreakable, we had a lovely incident happen in our bathroom last week, where I was washing my hands and I went to turn off the hot water and the handle broke off and water went shooting into the air and going everywhere. It went everywhere. So it was a huge, huge mess. And I couldn't get the shutoff valve to move because it was like stuck. And so I had to like, I was like screamed at my brother-in-law. I called him up real quick because I knew he was home to come over and help me because the water was just going everywhere. It was a big old mess. And we got it all shut off and replaced, but it was hot water too, so it really burned a little bit to like be holding the towels and all that to try and clean it up. It made a huge mess. Let's just put it that way. But I was not expecting that. I just, was washing my hands, got to turn it off, and ram right in the air. I was like, oh my gosh. It really was. I can only imagine the chaos. Good way to clean your whole bathroom. I have been through some of those type of things. Okay, it definitely cleaned the floors. I got that done. Got the whole top of the sink and the mirror and down the sides. But unfortunately, it also leaked enough that it decided it was going to go into my kitchen down below and go into the ceiling light and fill the dish up with water. I knew, I was like, I knew I had to clean that out too, but I was like, come on, that's not the way I was planning on doing it. It was just so funny. And I was just like, oh, I was so mad at the time though. Because I was supposed to be working. I was like, how can I work if with water leaking all over the place? Luckily, my boss didn't say anything, so thank goodness. Because my productivity took a little dip there. Flooded toilets that ended up raining on the floor below. Oh, yeah, that's another bad one. I don't think we've, knock on this here desk, I've gotten that far yet, but it was just not what I was expecting. Oh my gosh. Just it I mean, it was so funny that it was literally like the movies, just shot straight in the air. I'm like, "Oh my god." Obviously, I got soaked and I had to do a ton of laundry afterwards because I think I used every towel in in my closet trying to stop and or clean up water. I will never live in a two-story house ever again. I can't wait to move from this house. Yeah, we have a two-story. I love my two-story though. I've lived in a two-story my whole life, so I'm used to it. My the house I originally grew up in was really old. And when I say really old, I mean really old. Um so talk about problems with the house. Yeah, that house had problems. Um we ended up finding it in public records, and the house that I grew up in was built sometime in 1840. So it had when we my dad remodeled some of the upstairs, there were no nails. Everything was held together with wood pegs. And that house did not budge an inch. I grew up in a ranch but live in two stories for so many years since then. The only thing about a two-story house is that if you're going to do something on the roof, forget it. I don't do ladders. Not that high anyway. So trying to get on the roof is a no-no. It's not going to happen. Forget witchcraft, getting on the roof or having a house built in 1840. Because they both stunk. If I had to jump out of our bedroom window, it's like a 60-foot drop. Wow, got a few. Oh, yes, we had quite a few ghosts. Yes. Yep, 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 yep. Yes, we did. Didn't realize it until after I moved out just how bad that house was as far as other other ghosts being around. And you know, some people believe in ghosts, some people don't, but definitely think there was something there. Too many weird things happen for there not to be. But you know, it was kind of neat to see it in a history book though. I also lived near a set of railroad tracks, and that had a set of railroad tracks and a river. So yeah, a lot of bad things going for it from the beginning. But my dad, you know, he sold the house a while back. said, let somebody else deal with all of that now. It was too much work. Too much work. We had too much property. So it just got to be too much to try to maintain all the grass and stuff like that for him. I just hope that this house that we are currently in will not give us any more surprises for a while. We got enough other things going on. I do not need any more of that. No more faucets breaking, please. And or other things, you know what I mean? I mean, I eventually wanted to change that faucet out and anyway, but I didn't want to have to do it like that. Oh, so yeah. That will be one I don't soon forget. I think I'm just glad that it didn't fly up and like hit me in the head or anything like that. Because that would have really sucked. I'm going to try to put this one here. From the hall. Let's try to think. I have so much cleaning to do tomorrow, and I'm finally getting my laundry caught up though. At least I feel like I'm getting something done. Give it to me straight from the heart. Mm-hmm. And all that line while we're dreaming, straight from the heart. Come on. Let's see, 3, and we can use our 6. But I'm hoping to have a regular schedule finally go into effect next week. I keep saying I'm going to put up a normal schedule for my channel, and I plan to, but we've had a couple, obviously, things that have kind of been thrown in at us this past week that kind of prevented me from streaming a little bit. And next week, we'll have another one of those things. You know, I don't know how many of you go on my husband's channel or all that stuff, but our oldest daughter has joined the Air Force, and she will be leaving for boot camp next week. So it will be a big mess for, a couple days. Have been ever since she told me, but I'm getting better about it. It's just different, and it happened really fast, and it's kind of like I'm really proud of her, and I'm really happy for her, but it's also she's always lived here, so it's weird to have her move out. So I'm still wrapping my head around that whole thing. Oh, thank you. I know she's going to be great. I know she's very adamant about what she wanted to do. I mean, even her recruiter could not talk her into any other job except the one she wanted. And she said, if I don't get this job, I don't do this. And so that's what happened. And she got the job that she wanted. So she will be, all goes to plan, she will be on a plane all the time. She will probably get sick of being on planes. She didn't want any desk job or anything like that at the Air Force. She's just like, nope, I'm going to be on the planes, and that's the way it works. So, I mean, just crazy, though. I think part of it is that it happened really fast. So, didn't exactly have a whole lot of warning. But, like I said, I'm slowly getting used to it, and well, it'll all be good in the end. She's going to get to go and see and do all the things she's always wanted to. And heck, yeah, I know. It's rough. It's rough, you know. I'm not ready for my kids to leave the nest yet. Especially, like my husband and I, we've talked about it like a couple times. Is that, yeah, it did happen fast with no warning. All of our, in-person friends are, that live around here. Still, they're still in the younger phases. Their kids are still younger, and our kids, we have the oldest kids of everybody. So, but we've been together the longest. Me and my husband have been been together the longest of everybody in our group. So, of course, our kids are the the oldest. So I don't. None of them can really relate, if you catch what I'm saying. My son is only 7, and I feel sad for some stuff already. Right? I do too. I look at some of their toys, and I'm like, wow, you guys were just playing with those. What happened? It's crazy. Really, really crazy. So, needless to say that my schedule might be a little messed up next week, but hopefully all good after that. Just have to get over the hump. Is that those are both 6s? I missed them. Dude rather be with his little friends that wrestle with his dad. I gotcha. Yeah, I think he'd rather be with the friends than hanging out with the dad. Yeah, you get into the phase where your parents aren't so cool anymore. You aren't cool. Remember that phase all too well. Then your parents get cool again when you find out that's where your funds come from, so you can hang out with your friends. Your friends. The veins, baby. I think I'm just glad that timing wise, I'm. I think that things worked out so good that I started doing this here. So at least I have something to focus on and I can just talk, and talking always makes you feel better. And so I can talk to other people that can maybe relate better than, like I said, my my friends that are around me, because they can't. I mean, it's strange how the difference. We're all the same age. We all graduated the same year, but we're all in different places in our family life. So I can't talk to any of them about some of it because their kids are nowhere near this stage. Um, so I think that coming on Twitch and actually starting a channel finally after lots and lots of being talked into by my husband, and then just finally doing it, is a good thing. I think it's definitely going to help me out too, you know. And I love my diamond art, so why not share it? Okay, that was a little heavy. I'm over it. Let's just get this section finished here so we can be done with it. Okay. All right. Where was I? We did C. All right, we're on D. Yeah, we also need to do our own thing. We do. Oh, shoot. All right, let's see. Energy rushing through me. I had a doctor's appointment. Looking forward to that too. Yes, there will be games. Yes, Power Wash. Yes, we are going to get that figured out soon too, because I haven't played that in a while, and you guys will see just how bad my OCD is. Because it's horrible. But I do like that game a lot. Yeah, we're gonna throw some other stuff in here. Majority of it is still my diamond art because that's what I love the most. But be nice to change things up a little bit here and there, and we may do some streams together, me and the hubby. So we've talked about some of that over this weekend. We were talking about some different things. So hopefully this summer we probably over the summer we'll get some new things set up too, along with all of our normals, which would be great. There was a game where you move to a new house and have to unpack and replace all the furniture. I found that fun and satisfying. Yeah, that would probably be my kind of game too. Yeah, I like simple things like that. I need to make a user on my PC for you. That's probably the easiest way for you to game. Probably. But yeah, it'll be a good thing. He keeps mentioning Donut County. That's what he said. He showed me some of these like trailers for some of the games. It did look cute. I missed a couple D's. But I also have a gazillion projects I want to do on here too, because I've gotten so many. Well, I kind of figured that. I have so many diamond arts that, ugh, it's going to take me forever to get through them all, but I have some specifically made out for this that I got just for to do on here. I don't know how much I'll get done doing personal ones because, like I said, it becoming summertime and all that lovely fun stuff. I've been waiting all winter to do. The game I said it is called Unpacking, and I'm not sure why it's so fun to me. That one looked fun. Did I see that one? I feel like that's one you showed me, too. This is called Time. This is the song from, um, hang on. Yeah, it's Hans Zimmer. Um, Inception, I believe. Yeah, you showed me how the house flipper. Yeah, I believe this was the song from Inception. But they also used it on one of my favorite TV shows that only lasted for one season. Um, it was they did a Dracula TV show, and this was the main song they used on there as well. So look it up. I'm pretty sure it was Inception. Probably. Hey, I wasn't biased. I didn't choose one group or the other. I liked both. I always hated that whole fight. Are you an NSYNC or a Backstreet Boy fan? Both. You can't do that. You want to bet? Ugh, the girls in high school used to take it so serious. Yeah, you shouldn't listen to it with guilt. Who cares? You enjoy this song? Who cares what anybody thinks? I listen to all kinds of stuff. I don't care. Shoot, I'll go to the store or something and have the soundtrack um to Hamilton playing. I mean, come on, who does that? Me. If I was a boxer and an MMA fighter, I would walk out to this. I can't be there where you are. Yeah, we got back into watching a little bit of the Dark Side of the Ring the other day, and I was just the one we watched kind of stunned me a little bit because um, I had no idea about what happened to some of these this one group of wrestlers or the couple um, I just um, remembered them being on, and it was just like they disappeared. But I didn't know why. Yeah, I found out. There's an MMA fighter that asked for the Halo song, the video game, and when he walked out, they played Beyonce's Halo. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sing the song. You'd use the hamster dance. The hamster dance. Oh, wow. Wait, you sure you don't want to use the banana song that you, you played the other day? I'm still cracking up over that song. It was so funny. Oh, some songs nowadays just I can't. Right? Always acting tough and then my goodness. Don't get me wrong, I like confetti canvases, but sometimes that was funny as hell because the dude always acted over. Yeah, I love when that kind of stuff happens. And then you're like, oh, it really is an act. That's funny though. All right. Nope. More so. Da 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 da. We got my daughter's got my oldest, not my oldest, my youngest got state testing going on right now, and she kind of slept in this morning. That was not good. Luckily, they're letting her make it up, but I was not happy about that this morning. Not happy at all. But it all worked out, so I can't complain too much. I know she hasn't been feeling good, like I said. But I'm gonna make sure I get up earlier tomorrow. Again, I am not an early riser. I can't do it. Like, I just can't. It's like my dad gets up every morning at like 4 o'clock, sometimes 3. I can't do that stuff. Like, I'm not alive before 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to do this. We did have a blast though. When we were, you know, did our little family thing, we went to the Lego store, and I haven't been to the Lego store in, it's been a minute, and I cannot believe how awesome some of these Lego sets are now that they got, but they are so expensive. But I want so many of them. Like some of those Star Wars ones are, I don't know which one it was or what the name of the ship is that they had. It was like $650. It was huge, and I can't even imagine how long it would probably take to put together. But I was like, dang, I don't have that kind of money to spend on a Lego. But how cool to have something like that, though. I do like Legos. I like putting things together. I kind of want to do the whole book nook thing too at some point. Make a little book nook. I think that would be fun. Up above me, and you whisper you love me. All right, I'm gonna try to angle this on here so you can see, and we're gonna fill in these little sections. Feel you around me, holding on to. I think it's kind of obvious that when I get done tonight, I'm gonna go eat some candy. Not that I need candy, but why not? I got enough of it. But I love those, like I said, the Zots things. I love their. I like how they get all fizzy. They're a hard candy, and then they have like a fizzy inside. They're so good. You don't find candy like that too much anymore. I think I got all the flavors too. Obviously, cherry and strawberry are like the best, but there was blue raspberry, orange, and apple, I believe. The green apple. So they're all good. Something that you said, he doesn't get your humor like I do. Ah. Dear Captain and all on the bleachers. HJ. No J's. You belong with me. You belong with me. On a park bench, thinking to myself. My arm is still like bothering me. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and it's time for lovely blood work and all that fun, fantastic stuff. And like, my arm is still like bothering me from where they took the blood from. But I will say one thing about my doctor. I love that you can go in and say, "Hey, can you adjust me?" And he will adjust you. Like, I got every which way he moved me, I cracked. He's like, "You were so out of place. It was ridiculous." It's like, "Oh, I knew it." It felt so good because you figure even doing like this, like diamond art, or your job where you had a computer and stuff like that, you're hunched over so much that your back sometimes decides that it doesn't like it. And it's always like at the spot that you can't seem to be able to crack on your own. So it was a really, really good adjustment. I was like instant relief. I'm so glad that he can do that and I don't have to go find a chiropractor because he can just do it right there. So I made sure I got well adjusted because it was much needed. So my back felt so much better even sitting here today. Like sometimes it like bothers me a little bit just because hunched over, but not since he gave me a good crunching, so oh maybe you belong with me. You belong with me. You belong with me. Ever or just maybe. Hey, I added new songs to this and it still seems to be picking the same songs. I guess we had a couple in there. I think that's it for this tray. Last tray. Somebody new. Always you tell me what he thinks of you. Ah! Ah! Okay, just work. But it feels so right. I was thinking about starting a new project upstairs, but I realized I'm going to need extra trays down here for the next project, and I don't know if I can finish the one I wanted to do upstairs in time to use the same trays. So I decided that I just got to find something with a smaller amount of colors. So I had enough trays. I would have had enough trays, but I gave one to my nephew because he asked me for one, and I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll give it to him." because he likes diamond art too. Okay. That's actually really cute so far. I mean, I like it. It's kind of, like I said, it's fanciful, which is what I like. I like fantasy type stuff. You be letting go. Mm, 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 mm. But it feels so right. Don't mind me, that was my little phone. Ugh. I think I'm going to try and mark this off a little bit better, at least. So this way, this piece doesn't get stuck like it did on the over here earlier. We're going to try and work on breaking this down a little bit. So I got a game plan of how I want to get this done. I do love this thin washi tape is like so perfect for doing the rose. I mean, let's see. Oh, it looks good. We'll go right there. I think we're just going to follow this all the way down. At least we got this kind of sectioned off then. Kind of give me an idea of how many more days it might take to do this. Because like I said, I'm so excited. I can't wait to move on to the next one. But obviously, we're going to finish this one first. And yes, I have no nail polish on. Don't judge. Usually have nail polish on, but I decided to let my nails breathe for a day. You know, I cut them down and cut them and put some, oil on. And I just said, I don't feel like painting them today. So it's weird. I'm used to having nail polish on now. But that's okay. You know. Yes. Does the polish weaken the nails? Actually, it makes them stronger because it makes them harder. I know, right? Naked nails. It's not like me. But I said, nah. So figured, just one day, let them breathe. And then I'm actually kind of bored with all my nail polish right now, too. And I have tons of it. I got some of that, what is it, like the cat eye nail polish that you use like a magnet on, but I have yet to actually attempt to try using it yet. It just seems like a lot because you got to use the UV light and stuff like that. And it's not so much using that, it's getting it off. That's the problem, because that stuff doesn't come off very easily. So yeah, naked nails. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Anybody on? Did I do more? Uh-huh. I mean, it's been 3 hours. All right, guys. Well, I think that this is going to be the it for tonight. Um, it's almost bedtime for me on a weekday. Almost. So I think we did okay. I would love to have gotten a little bit more, but because, there's so many different colors in this makes it take more time versus up here when we just had solid color. Color blocking goes fast. But when we get into more of a multiple colors, which is more what they call confetti, it takes longer because you got to switch more colors and such. Good night, Miss Kitty. It was good to see you. Thanks for coming on. I hope to see you again soon. Good night, Paws, Papers, and Whiskers. Thank you, Arturo Decay. Thank you for all of that. So, all right. I will see you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Bye.